Family, what up? We are back. It is so early. OMG. Anyway, we about to check out this dude, y'all. This YouTuber has the craziest, like, most rational type, in my opinion, view of the situation. But check out what he says and make sure you guys pay attention.
But King Von passing away was a chess move for him in that aspect. Here's another one, you feel me? FBG Duck. FBG Duck is known as like their biggest rival. FBG Duck was I'm not gonna lie, dog. Like I said, I don't glorify the negativity. I split the difference and I look at creativity. FBG Duck was pretty nice, dog. He was pretty nice. And I expected like bigger from a lot of these guys to probably transition and get out of that. But sometimes you can't make it past trouble or make it out the streets. You feel me? FBG Duck was killed. And now it's came out that, yo, Little Durk had ties to that. You feel me? King Von was a part of that. So all of these things lead back to OTF, which is all underneath Little Durk.
That takes me back to chess move, y'all. You got to think about the thought process. Oh, it's going to help the music, and we're going to be able to get a long time op. That is crazy work. But the biggest thing of all, the biggest chess move is, it's for us, but we're going to make it look like Von did it. Or I'm going to appoint Von into that. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but that could be a theory. Or Von could have just wanted to do it himself if that were the scenario.
So you have to realize, right? All of these things are domino effects and karma that comes back to people who want to live a certain lifestyle and they don't want to get a job. They want to be in the rap industry. And you have to understand that you're not just going to make it overnight, dog. You have to bring people up underneath you. And whoever you have underneath you, if they do good enough, you can either try to get them a deal elsewhere. Some people sacrifice them for life insurance. It's different ways, bro. Because after King Von died, sure as hell, his streams went up. Sales went up. Everything went up. The life insurance policy, I'm pretty sure they cashed out on that. These are things you have to realize. These are all chess moves. Everything is intertwined, dog. Nothing is ever really a coincidence, dog.
Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him. Now, if this is a scenario and it was about some life insurance or anything like that, crazy work. But it does play a major part in these things. See, a lot of people say Von wasn't signed to OTF and this and that, but I wonder if Durk cashed out, and if he did, how would he have the business ties to be able to cash out from someone that's not signed to him, unless they had some other type contract? But it was something in that connection that just sent a lot of different signals.
If you start to see all these different people dying around somebody, that just goes to show you that it's not a coincidence. And that's another point. Stick another pin, right? Damn near everybody that beef with Little Durk is dead. That's why I played that clip. That goes from FBG Cash to FBG Duck. What they call him? 051 Melly. Little Jojo. This is all stuff you have to realize. This is all because Little Durk is protected by the industry. When you're protected by the industry, you have a higher level of power.
When you're protected by the industry, you have a higher level of power. That's why I'm vibing with Dude's video. I made a video a while back before everything broke out with Durk. When he was in that van, dude sat there and said, like, oh man, I went to rehab, this, that, and the third, and I feel better. And I say, man, he didn't use his influence wrong. He got about 90 days. Something gonna happen with him. I'm gonna tell y'all somebody else that I'm kind of worried about too. YB. He gave some money to Dallas, like 50,000. Okay, cool. But that really, sometimes they say that ain't really what they want. And I get it, because Dallas is going up. But yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. Let's go.
So you're playing with more leverage. You feel me? You can get anything it is done for you put in sacrifices, do all types of things, and you'll be able to withstand it and move past it. So it's just like one of those scenarios where you're beefing with somebody who has money or bigger connections with you. That's really all it is. You feel me? And here's another one, because a lot of people throw around the selling soul thing. Selling your soul basically means that you're doing things that you don't want to do. There's a benefit in it for you, but you're not able to operate and move the exact way that you want to. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna take this back to young boy real quick. You're not able to do what you really want to do, and that's what a lot of people say. Now, from my personal experience, I've seen that. I've seen people at really high places watch their people suffer and not help. But take it back to YB. YB just gave the city of Dallas $50K for their Stop the Violence, Put Down the Guns type campaign thing they got going on. And that's really what people don't want you to do, is to do things like that. And that's just what people say, but something's gonna come out against YB, and that's just what I feel.
So you got to understand, when you see these guys trying to get onto these lifestyles, especially of the little Dirks, some of them know what it is that they're doing. They're in too deep, but a lot of them, they did this because they didn't want to work, dog. They wanted to sit courtside, live this high life, ball out, have the prettiest of females, be up there. You feel me? I'm a superstar, I'm a rap star, I'm the voice of the hood, this, that, and the third. These are people who live in a false ass world, bro. This stuff isn't real, dog. And I'm gonna tell you this, if you're one of these younger guys, bro. You don't have to go hard or do something like sell your soul or sacrifice your friends to get money and fame, dog. Being thorough, being solid, being an authentic individual is more than good enough, bro. If a person doesn't like you for who you are, do away with them. You get what I'm saying? But I say all these things just to split the difference and let you know this, right? You cannot get into the industry and have a little Dirk story. It doesn't work that way, dog. You have to be selected or down with the get down.
Hey man, shout out to bro. Shout out to him. I really respect his point of view. Being a person that's been in that lifestyle, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's so real. It is so real. This is allegedly in educational purposes and commentary value and all that good stuff, but a lot of that stuff goes on. It really does. And you got to be careful, because as big as you may think the industry is, it's tiny, y'all. That's why a lot of things can go how it goes. But I'm going to leave it at that. I'm out. Peace.